Something that I think is really interesting is how people's perceptions and prejudices really change the outcome, and it may not be based on reality at all.
Oh, that's the way of the world. We miss opportunities when we go on our prejudices.
Yes. Welcome to Grief and Loss Today. I'm Donna Brandenburg.
And I'm Andrea Harris.
Today we're talking about the prejudice of delivering care, finding options for people in helping with grief care. There's definitely a standard of the way most people execute grief care, and especially the hospice industry. And there are many more options out there that have presented itself with technology changing.
That's true. And what's happening is kind of sad, and we've talked about this, that many hospices are cutting out programs, worthy programs, because they're not looking at new ways of doing and more effective ways of doing this.
Sure, and churches and funeral homes and anyone that deals with death and grief, there are wonderful resources out there. And the one thing that we see is people are searching, they're searching almost frantically for resources that are safe. And the first place they go is online resources that may or may not be a safe place for them to grieve. There's a lot of stuff out there that are people posting random things, risky. There are risky areas out there, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing out there good. One of the misconceptions that I find really interesting is that older people are not computer savvy.
Oh, and being a titch old myself, I know that's not true. I have many friends on Facebook, and I'm younger than most of them.
And I find it really interesting that every time we sit down with a group, you seem to know more. You seem to know more than people that are in their 20s a lot of times. And we found out with our research that there's very little difference between people who are in a teenage group and people who are in the 60-year-old and up group. They have the same technical savvy if you look at the same groups. So I think it's very interesting. One misconception is that computers are new. IBM started over 100 years ago, and when the development of the PCs and everything, there are people that are in their 60s that they've been working with computers for 40 years, and so the misconception that older people can't be helped or reached is really kind of tragic. And also the psychological profile that people like to grieve very privately. And if technology is employed in a smart, savvy, safe way, there's a lot of people that can be reached that are falling through the cracks and are grieving silently at home. And I think it's the responsibility of everyone in the grief industry to employ every method that they can to create a safe environment for the people that they're serving. And
yes, that was one of my biggest frustrations as I worked for 3 different hospices, and I found that many people would turn down bereavement care, and I think the main reason was because they were hurting but private, and they didn't want to expose themselves to another. We're private people.
And it's a very private grief is a very private thing, and there's that line that most people don't realize. They think they're crazy. Am I crazy? Yeah. Is this normal? They don't even, people don't even know what's normal, or that it's normal to grieve. It's normal to have these feelings, so they don't want to tell anybody for fear that they're going to be ostracized.
Exactly, and through technology, we can reach the people who need us to reach them most, and that feels awfully good.
Yes. We're here to help you. We have other resources online. I encourage you to go and check out our site and to check out other areas that may be of help to you. We're here to help you grieve, and help the people around you.